Hello, Assalamu alaikum. My name is Aisha Khalid and welcome to my channel Math Madness by Aisha Khalid. Alright, so in the previous 2 to 3 videos, I'd say more than that, I have discussed integration by parts, integration by recognition, and we've applied that concept in partial fractions, integration by trigonometric identities, and we've also done integration basics. We learned how to integrate, how to do simple integration of exponential, trig, and algebraic functions. Now, substitution is not really a technique of integration, but a function which cannot be integrated, a function which is too complex to be integrated, is changed into an integrable function. Integrable function means now integration can be applied on it by using, we can use by parts on it, we can integrate it by recognition, we can use a trig identity to integrate it, or we can do simple integration. We do not use substitution unless we do not use integration by substitution in any random question. Unless the question states that we have to use substitution and it gives you the substitution. It gives you the function to be substituted. Now, let's do an example to better understand this concept. Now, use the substitution x equals to sine square theta to show that this function can be converted into this function. Now, remember, this function which we have has 3 parts. This is my function. This is something that we're integrating it with respect to x. And the third thing that we have is the limits, which are provided in the next part, but I'm going to use them in this part so I can tell you how to change everything into one thing directly. So this is the third substitution. So we need to put a substitution here, put a substitution here, and put the substitution in place of the limits. And what is the substitution given to us? X equals to sine square theta. So let's differentiate it. When you differentiate, it becomes a dx upon d theta. How do we differentiate a trigonometric function? PTA. Power comes down, subtract 1 from the power. The trigonometric function differential is sine theta is cos theta. And the differential of theta is 1, which I even don't write, doesn't matter. Now we have to replace dx. We have to substitute dx, so we make dx the subject. Now, it's substituted in place of dx. 2 sine theta cos theta dot d theta. Now, what is x? Sine square theta. What is 1 minus x? 1 minus sine square theta, and there's a square root on it. Now, sine square theta, 1 minus sine square becomes a cos square theta. There's a square root on it, and the rest I've just copied down. Now, when you put a square root, it becomes a sine theta upon cos theta dot sine theta dot cos theta dot d theta. Cos theta cancels out with cos theta. We're left with a 2 sine square theta dot d theta. And this is exactly what they want us to convert it to. So it means my first part stops here, and this is going to be my answer. I will say proven, or you can say shown. Now, in the next part, they're saying, hence find the exact value of this with the limits 1 upon 4 and 0. Now, you know that in place of this function, we can write exactly this. But what about the limits? We also need to change the limits. So the substitution that we have used is sine square theta, and the value of x given to me is 1 upon 4 and a 0. Now, square root of 1 upon 4 is a 1 upon 2. Square root of a 0 is a 0. Now, we'll use the radian mode. Sine inverse 0.5 is a pi upon 6. And sine inverse 0 is a 0. So, we have the two limits, pi by 6, 0. 2 sine square theta dot d theta. All right, now that I have my limits pi by 6 and 0, this function has now been converted into a function which can be integrated. How? We will use the double angle identity of cos 1 minus 2 sine square theta. If I make this the subject, 1 minus cos 2 theta. Now, in place of this, I will write this. Now, 1 can be written as theta. Cos can be written as, the integration of cos is a sine 2 theta divided by the differential of the angle, which is 2. Now, put the limits pi by 6 and a 0. Upper limit minus lower limit. So this becomes sine 2 pi by 6 minus root 3 upon 4 minus, everything will be a 0 here because sine 0 is a 0. So my answer becomes pi by 6 minus root 3 upon 4. Leave your answer in the exact form. Never write it as a decimal. All right, now let's do another question to have better understanding of this topic. Now, in the first part, they're saying use the substitution x is equals to tan theta to show that this entire function changes into this function. X equals to tan theta. Dx upon d theta becomes a sec square theta. So dx will become sec square theta dot d theta. Now, put the substitution 1 minus tan square theta divided by 1 plus tan square theta, and there's a whole square on it, dot. In place of dx, I will write sec square theta dot d theta. Now, using the trigonometric identity, we know 1 plus tan square theta equals to sec square theta. So this becomes 1 minus tan square sec square theta the whole square dot sec square theta dot d theta. This cancels out with the square. Now, 1 minus tan square theta upon sec square theta. I'm writing it individually so that I can solve it. This goes up to become a cos square theta. Minus tan square is a sine square upon cos square. This goes up to become a cos square. Cancels out. We are left with a cos square theta minus sine square theta. And if you recall, cos 2 theta is equals to cos square theta minus sine square theta. I use a lot of trigonometric double angle identities. So if you're not good with them, go over my video of double angle identities and learn them. It's better to learn them, although they're given in the exam paper. So it becomes a cos 2 theta dot d theta. Dot d theta was being carried forwarded, and we have reached the question that they wanted us to prove. So we have proven this. Now the limits are 1 and 0. It's the same function, so it will be replaced with cos 2 theta, and the limits are 1 and 0. So x equals to tan theta. Input a 1 here. So theta becomes tan inverse 1 is a pi by 4. Next is a 0. Tan inverse 0 is a 0. So pi by 4, 0, cos 2 theta dot d theta. How do we integrate a cos? Cos integral is sine 2 theta divided by the differential of the angle. Very easy, just put in the limits. Sine 2 pi by 4 is a 1 upon 2. This is a 1 upon 2. This is a 0. So this is going to be my answer. All right. So far, our substitution leads us to a trigonometric function, and then we integrate the trigonometric function. All right. Let's move on to the new question. Now, this is very nice, important, and an interesting question. Using the substitution, u is equals to under root 6 minus x. Let's differentiate it. Power comes down, subtract 1 from the power, and the differential of the inside expression is a minus 1. So dx becomes minus, this goes on the other side. Now, since we know that u is equals to square root 6 minus x, so I can write it as minus 2u dot du. Now, this is very important, whatever I've done so far in this question. Now, the next thing is, let's put in the substitution in the function. 5 divided by, how will I put the substitution in place of x? So, we know u is equals to square root 6 minus x. Squaring the other side, u square is equals to 6 minus x equals to a 6 minus u square. Very interesting. And in place of 6 minus x square root, I will write a u dot. In place of dx, I will write a minus 2u dot du. Now let's work on it. Minus 10u divided by minus u square plus u plus 6 dot du. Where did this 10u come from? We multiply these two values. Now, minus 10u divided by, I take a minus sign common out. This cancels out. Let's do middle term breakup for the denominator. We get, it's u minus 3 and a u plus 2, 10u dot du. Now, they've also given us limits, 5 and 2. And we need to also change the limits. And there's a problem. There's a 3 minus u. Let's learn how to change the limits. So u is equals to square root 6 minus x. So u is equals to 6 minus 5. And next time we have a 6 minus 2. So we get a 1. Square root 4, we get a 2. Now look at this very carefully. When we input the upper limit, we get a lower limit answer. And when we put a lower limit, we get an upper limit answer. When limits switch, we multiply the entire function by a minus sign. Meaning, when we put the limits here, we will write a minus sign here. And the new limits are 2 and 1. Now, the problem is, where do I take this minus sign? You can clearly see it's a 3 minus u. Meaning they are multiplying this minus sign with this bracket. So it becomes 2, 1, 10u divided by 3 minus u plus 2 dot du. In multiplication, we just multiply with one of the brackets or just the numerator. So I multiplied with the denominator bracket to prove the equation that they wanted us to prove. Now the next part says we have to integrate it and show that my answer is a 2 ln 9 upon 2. How do we integrate? We use partial fraction technique because it's a partial fraction. 10u divided by 3 minus u plus 2 equals to a upon 3 minus u plus b upon u plus 2. B will be multiplied by a 3 minus u. Suppose value of u is a minus 2. This cancels out. So 5b is equals to a minus 20. So b becomes a minus 4. Then the next value of x that we will suppose is a 3. We have a u. So we are supposing the values of u now, not x. Cancels out. 5a equals to 30. So a becomes a 6. So now it is 6 divided by 3 minus u minus 4 upon u plus 2 with the limits 2 and 1 dot du. So sometimes even when you change it into an integrable function, you have to further work on it. Let's take the constant out. This is my function and the differential required of this function is a minus 1. So we introduce a minus sign. This is the function and the differentiation required for it is a plus 1. We are using this technique where the function is the denominator, differential in the numerator, it integrates to become ln f of x. So it becomes a minus 6 ln 3 minus u, minus 4 ln u plus 2. Now put the limits, 2 and 1. Minus 6 ln 3 minus 2, minus 4 ln 2 plus 2, minus minus 6 ln 3 minus 1 minus 4 ln 1 plus 2. This becomes minus 6 ln 1 minus 4 ln 4. Minus minus is a plus 6 ln 2. Minus minus is a plus 4 ln 3. Take the ln 1 is a 0. We cancel it out. Now rearranging it. ln common out. This becomes the power. Plus changes into multiplication. 3 power 4 divided by 4 power 4. Now use the calculator to evaluate it. We get 2 power 6 into 3 power 4 divided by a 4 power 4. I get a 81 upon 4. 81 can be written as 9 square. 4 is also a 2 square. So we take a 2 common out. This 2 can come down and become a 2 ln 9 upon 2, which is what they want us to show. So it's shown and proven. Let's go back and see. This is exactly what they want us to prove. Now stay tuned for my next video where I will solve more questions of integration by substitution so you can have a good grip on it.